Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. It's late at night. You're staring at a pile of bills, and your heart sinks as you wonder if you'll ever get ahead. Or maybe you're a young dreamer, scrolling through social media, watching influencers live the life you want, but feeling stuck with just a few bucks in your account. Perhaps you're a doctor, lawyer, or a dentist, grinding long hours, but your bank account doesn't reflect your hustle. Or you're an entrepreneur, pouring your soul into your business, yet your personal finances feel like they're held together by duct tape. I've been there, feeling like no matter how hard I worked, financial freedom was just a fantasy for someone else. But what if I told you there's a magic number, same dollars, that changes the game? It's the point where building wealth stops feeling like a slog and starts feeling like a downhill sprint. Over the next 20 minutes, I am going to show you why hitting $100K makes wealth building easier, how to get there no matter where you're restarting, and how it can transform your life. Whether you're a parent in debt, a young investor, a professional, or an entrepreneur, stick with me, because this could be the day you look back on as the moment everything changed. Let's start with the big question. Why is $100,000 such a pivotal milestone? It's not just a round numbered S, the point where your money starts working harder than you do. Think of your financial journey like climbing a mountain. The first part is steep, rocky, and exhausting. Every dollar saved feels like a battle. Every unexpected expense feels like a setback. But when you hit $100,000, you reach a plateau where the view clears and the path gets smoother. Suddenly, your money starts generating real returns through investments, compound interest, or passive income streams. It's like switching from pushing a heavy cart uphill to letting it roll downhill on its own. For parents drowning in debt, that $100,000 could mean dividends or interest that pay off credit cards or cover school fees. For young investors, it's the foundation for $1 million portfolio by retirement. Professionals like doctors or lawyers, it's a safety net that lets you breathe easier. Entrepreneurs, it's the capital to scale your dreams without financial fear. As Warren Buffett once said, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. That $100,000 is your tree planted, and it'll grow for decades. Let us break down the first reason why $100,000 is a game changer. Imagine your money as a snowball at the top of a snowy hill. When you start with $1,000, it's a tiny ball, and you have to push hard to make it grow. But at $100,000, that snowball is big enough to roll on its own, picking up more snow with every turn. If you invest $100,000 in a diversified portfolio with a 7% annual return, think index funds or dividends, $7,000 a year in passive income without touching the principal. In 10 years, compounding could turn that $100,000 into over $200,000 without you adding another dime. For parents, that's enough to cover a car payment or chip away at a mortgage, giving you breathing room. Young investors reinvest those returns, and that $100,000 could grow to $761,000 by age 50, starting from nothing. Professionals and entrepreneurs, that money you can use to fund your next big idea or take a vacation without guilt. I know a single dad, Mike, who saved $100,000 over 12 years by cutting small expenses and investing in an S&P 500 fund. Today, his portfolio pays him $9,000 a year, enough to cover his daughter's braces and summer camp. That's compounding. Small sacrifices now, massive rewards later. The second reason $100,000 changes everything is that it unlocks better financial opportunities. Think of it like a VIP pass to a club you couldn't enter before. With $100,000, you can diversify into assets that were out of reach, like real estate, high-yield dividend stocks, or even private investments. For parents in debt, imagine investing $100,000 in a stock like which we've covered before, with a 6% dividend yield. That's $6,000 a year in passive income, enough to tackle credit card debt or start a college fund. Young investors, $100,000 lets you spread your money across index funds. Professionals like doctors or dentists, this is your chance to invest in your practice or explore real estate crowdfunding, which often requires higher capital. Entrepreneurs, $100,000 can fund a new venture or act as a safety net while you scale. My friend Lisa, a lawyer, hit $100,000 in savings and used part of it to buy a small rental property. Today, that property generates $1,500 a month in passive income, covering her student loan payments. That's what happens when you have enough capital to seize bigger opportunities. The third reason $100,000 is a turning point is the psychological shift it creates. Hitting six figures isn't just about the money, it's about believing you're capable of building wealth. It's like running your first 5K and realizing you could train for a marathon. For parents, $100,000 is a safety net that says, I've got this, letting you sleep better knowing you can handle emergencies or give your kids a head start. Young investors, it's proof that your $20 a month contributions are adding up, giving you the confidence to aim higher. Professionals and entrepreneurs, $100K is the freedom to take risks, maybe start that side hustle or cut back hours to focus on family. I'll never forget the day I hit $100,000 in my investment account. I was a broke entrepreneur, always one bill away from panic. Seeing that number changed how I saw myself. I wasn't just surviving. I was building a future. That confidence pushed me to invest smarter, negotiate better, and dream bigger. A client of mine, a dentist named Raj, said hitting $100,000 made him feel unstoppable. He started investing in dividend stocks and now earns $10,000 a year in passive income. That's the power of a mindset. Shifted changes everything. Now, let's get practical. How do you get to $100,000? The good news is you, Dan T, need a six-figure salary or a trust fund. You just need to start where you are. For parents, cut one small expense like eating out once less per week. That's $20 a week or $1,000 a year. Invest that in a low-cost index fund at 7% return, and in 20 years, you're at $100,000. Young investors, automate $50 a month into a Roth IRA at 7% return. That hits $100,000 in about 25 years faster. Professionals, leverage your high income by saving 20% of every paycheck. Saving $1,000 a month at 7% return gets you to $100,000 in just over 8 years. Entrepreneurs, reinvest business profits into investments instead of fancy cars or gadgets. Use tax-advantaged accounts like a 401 or IRA to supercharge your growth. Think of it like planting a seed in fertile soil. Water it consistently, and it'll grow into a mighty oak. My first $100,000 came from saving $200 a month in a simple ETF while hustling as a freelancer. Let's talk about the obstacles you might face, because the road to $100,000 isn't always smooth. Life happens, car repairs, medical bills, or a slow business quarter can derail your plans, but here's the secret. Consistency beats perfection. If you fall off track, get back up, miss a month of savings. Start again next month. The market dips. Keep investing. Those dips are when you buy low. For parents, create a budget to plug leaks, like unused subscriptions. Young investors, use apps like Acorns to round up purchases and invest the change. Professionals, automate your savings so you never see the money before it's invested. Entrepreneurs, set aside a percentage of every sale for your wealth fund. I once had to pause my investing for 6 months when my business tanked, but I got back on track, and that $100,000 milestone still came. The key is to keep moving forward, one small step at a time. So, what does life look like after $100,000? For parents, it's the relief of paying off debt and knowing your kids have a college fund. For young investors, it's the confidence of a growing portfolio that could make you a millionaire by retirement. For professionals, it's the freedom to work less or invest in your practice without fear. For entrepreneurs, it's regret not being able to see the file attached to this conversation. I can create a comprehensive set of SEO tags based on the provided script and the theme. Why building wealth gets easier? After $100,000, these tags are designed to optimize the video's discoverability on YouTube, targeting the specified audiences. Parents in debt, young investors, independent professionals, and entrepreneurs, and incorporating the main keywords, secondary keywords and long-tail phrases to attract clicks and align with the video's emotional, educational, and transformative tone. Financial freedom, passive income, build wealth, $100,000 milestone, compound interest, wealth building strategies, investing for beginners, escape debt, financial independence, long-term wealth, million-dollar portfolio, personal finance, high-yield investments, financial goals, 2025, money management, stock market investing, dividend investing, real estate investing, passive income streams, investing tips, financial planning, wealth creation, start investing, save for retirement, financial security, investment opportunities, beginner investing, money mindset, financial success, wealth accumulation.